Hi, everyone, and a pleasant good evening to you wherever you may be. I am Tony Abady, and welcome into Duckbait TV one more time as we are here at the Tiger Dome this evening as the Lady Tigers get ready to face the Chanute Lady Comets here tonight. And should be a fun one as they're getting ready to do the starting lineups. Looks like the same starting five that the Lady Tigers, or a similar starting five, I shouldn't say the same. The fifth spot in that starting five has changed a few times this year. But we'll get everything marked here, and then we'll let you know who is in. So for the Chanute Lady Comets this evening, they will go with 6-foot senior Clerney Fulmer, 5'3" senior Peyton Shields, 5'7" junior Anna Kate Noonan, 5'8" senior Ashley Haviland, and 5'6" junior Jalen Smith. For the Lady Tigers this evening, they will go with 5'6" sophomore Abby Gorman. She is in the top three of 4 different offensive categories for the Lady Tigers coming into this one tonight. They'll also have 5'6" senior Raven Kegler, 5'6" junior Allie Brown, 5'9" senior Keegan Yarrick, who's leading in points and rebounds so far this season for the Lady Tigers, and also 5'11" junior Kylie Comstock. So that's your starting five for the Lady Tigers. Fort Scott, of course, will be in all white tonight with the red letters, red numbers, red and black trim. Chanute in their road powder blues with some gold letters and trim on those uniforms this year. I think they had those last year as well. They've kind of gone back to the gold trim. Long time ago, Chanute was navy and gold. They've kind of gone back to a powder blue and kind of a powder blue and navy for a while, much like North Carolina. But the Lady Comets have some gold trim on their uniforms, and we are underway as the Lady Comets will get the basketball first here, and they'll work it into the front court. Pass goes around. Now to the back to the top of the key to Anna Kate Noonan. Inside, shot there is good. And now we got a whistle as it looks like the shooter there for Chanute came down awkwardly on an ankle. And you hope she's okay, Jalen Smith. The Lady Tigers with the possession for the first time this evening. Allie Brown's got it on the right side wing. Out to Gorman at the top of the key. Now they get it inside, and it's knocked away and stolen by Chanute. Again, it's 2-0, just underway here in the ball game this evening. Ball is knocked around. Now they get it back. Chanute gets it in the corner. Travel there, they missed that. But anyway, drive to the bucket, shot no good, but a foul. And that will put the Comets at the free throw line. Foul's going to go on Raven Kegler, her first. First one on the Lady Tigers tonight, and it puts, I believe that's Kelsey Haviland, the 5'7 senior who entered the game for Jalen Smith after her injury. She made the first but misses the second. At the other end, the shot there doesn't go for Kylie Comstock, and it's rebounded by Chanute. We got a whistle as the ball was knocked out of bounds. 6:13 to go here in the first quarter. Get that scoreboard updated for you there on Duckbait TV. And now a steal by Fort Scott. Keegan Yarrick comes away with a steal. And Fort Scott will head into the front court once again. They get it out to Brown. She'll bring it to the top of the key and reset things. 5:45 to play in the first quarter. 3-0. Fort Scott trails Chanute. Over to Brown. Elbow shot is no good. Rebound, Blue Comets. I believe that was Peyton Shields with the rebound that time for Chanute. And now a steal by the Tigers, and we got a whistle. And it looks like a foul on Chanute. And a foul will go on Ashley Haviland, her first one on Chanute here in this first quarter. Pass goes right side, now back to the top to Gorman. Gorman's got it. She'll work it left side to Kegler in the corner. Coming up on 5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Again, thanks for joining us on Duckbait TV. Three-pointer is good by Keegan Yarrick. That'll get the Lady Tigers on the scoreboard. And tie the game as we dip under 5 to play here in the first quarter. Pass goes to Haviland. Corner three-pointer is no good. Actually, it was Fulmer, number 1, not number 11, with the shot, and it went out of bounds over to Fort Scott. Ball goes around the corner. They get to Yark. Now inside it goes to Kylie. Kylie turns, shoots, and scores! Kylie Comstock, the leading scorer, or one of the leading scorers for the Tigers, with the bucket there. We got a whistle, and it looks like a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Fort Scott Lady Tigers. Again, our first quarter is sponsored this year by Edward Jones financial advisor Jamie Armstrong. Edward Jones has been advising customers in the world of finance for over 100 years. Financial advisor Jamie Armstrong continues that tradition here in Fort Scott. Contact Jamie by phone at 620-223-1866 or email Jamie at jamie.armstrong@edwardjones.com. Back to play on the court. Drive in. Shot there by Allie Brown is good. So Fort Scott gets another bucket. And that lead increases now to 7-3. And a steal. Over. Long two by Gorman. A little bit too strong. Rebound on the backside, though. Kegler got the rebound. Back around to the top. They get it to Kegler. Three-pointer on the way. That one banks in. The bank is open late in Fort Scott, Kansas tonight. And Chanute is going to call a timeout. So after the first 3 points of the game were scored by Chanute, Fort Scott has come back with 10 in a row, and they lead it. So 3:35 left to go here in the first quarter. It is 10-3 Fort Scott. Chanute takes their first time out of the contest, trying to slow this Tiger offense down a little bit. And Chanute will have it coming out of the timeout, of course. We've got a couple of subs in there. Drive to the bucket, little shot there. We're going to get a whistle, and they're going to call a travel on Peyton Shields. There's a little bit of contact there, but pass goes inside. Turnaround shot is no good. Rebound, loose. It's out of bounds, and they'll give it to Chanute, I believe. Shot at the other end is no good by Chikira Walls. Putback is no good, and now we got a whistle and a tie ball on the rebound. And they're going to give this one to Fort Scott. Pass goes inside, and they're going to lose it out of bounds for Fort Scott. J.C. Rogers, a 5'9 sophomore, she will check in for the Lady Tigers. First sub of the night for Fort Scott, I do believe, and she will replace Allie Brown. So Rogers in for Brown as there's 2:18 to play in the first quarter. Drive here, shot there is no good. Rebound Kegler for the Tigers. Shot, I believe, was by Kaya Brown there, and Raven came away with the rebound. Drive to the bucket by Gorman. Pass, nice pass, and the shot is good by J.C. Rogers. Abby Gorman gets the assist on that one, and the Lady Tigers now lead 12-3, and we got a whistle, and it looks like a foul on Fort Scott called. Second team foul on Fort Scott of the quarter, and it's going to go on J.C. Rogers, her first of the game. And a couple subs for Fort Scott as they get Claire McElroy, a 5'8 sophomore, into the game. Pass goes inside, and it's taken away by Fort Scott. And now it's loose on the floor. It's going to be another turnover, another tie ball. This time it should be Chanute basketball, I believe. Yeah. And another sub is Aubrey Yarrick will check in. Aubrey is a 5'8", a sophomore for the Lady Tigers. Shot there is good for Chanute. So Chikaya Walls puts a little bit of a stop to the Lady Tiger run there. That'll make it 12-5. Shot there is good by Abby Gorman. Takes it all the way to the other end. And now the ball is deflected out of bounds, lost out of bounds by Chanute. So it'll go back over to Fort Scott. 38 seconds to go in the first quarter. And they're going to call a foul on Keegan there. So tough luck for the Tigers. That'll be the third foul in the quarter on the Fort Scott Lady Tigers. Chanute gets it across. Oh, dribbled it off her foot. Picked up by the Lady Tigers. Now there's a scrum for it. We got a whistle and a tie ball. Possession favors Fort Scott. 15.6 seconds to go. It is 14-5. Lady Tigers on top here. 15.6 to go in the first quarter. Gorman brings it up the court. 10 seconds to go. Works it to the right side. It's like a zone defense here from Chanute. Ball was knocked away, but they got it back. Over to Gorman again. Three-pointer is no good, a little bit too short, and a rebound comes down to Chanute, and that'll end the first quarter. But Fort Scott with the lead, 14-5 at the end of the first 8 minutes here tonight. So far at the end of the first quarter, pretty even scoring for Fort Scott. As looks like we got Raven and Keegan both with 3. And then Abby Gorman, Kylie Comstock, J.C. Rogers, and Allie Brown all with 2. So Lady Tigers getting some good minutes from a lot of their players on the floor. And looking to keep that going. Chanute is the only team in the SEK that has not played an SEK League game yet this season, which basically means they were the only team that didn't play an SEK League game back on Tuesday, as most everybody played their first league contest Tuesday. Lady Tigers were, of course, part of that as they defeated Parsons Tuesday evening. Underway in the second quarter. And Chanute with the ball first. Now we got a whistle, and it's going to go right back over to Fort Scott on a tie ball. Fort Scott will get it back here. Keegan will inbound it. Ball deflected, loose on the floor. Now a three-pointer is no good by Fort Scott, but rebounded on the backside. I believe that was Claire McElroy with the missed 3. Fort Scott got the rebound, but then and a whole slew of subs coming in for the Fort Scott Tigers. First foul of the game on Chanute's Clerney Fulmer. And now we got another foul on Chanute right away. And that's going to be on Anna Kate Noonan. Her first. Three-pointer from Gorman. Good! Well, that'll make it 17-5, Fort Scott. 3 at the other end by Chanute. That one is no good. Sarah Uner with the 3 that missed. And Keegan Yarrick grabbed the rebound for the Lady Tigers. We'll get a shot at the other end by Gorman. It doesn't go, but she gets her own rebound. Three-pointer from Brown. Too short. Rebound. Gorman again to Comstock, and she gets fouled. And Chanute is going to take a timeout again as they want to talk this over. That's going to be the second foul on Anna Kate Noonan, by the way. So with 6:16 to go here in the second quarter, Fort Scott leads 17-5. And the Blue Comets have already taken 2 timeouts. So Kylie Comstock will be shooting 2 free throws here for Fort Scott. First one is up, and it's no good. Kylie entering the season shooting just 41% from the free throw line. Makes the second. And a steal in backcourt by Allie Brown. They get it to Gorman. And a three-pointer by Kegler is good. So 21-5, Fort Scott on top. Ball deflected, another steal by the Lady Tigers. And a layup tried, there was some contact. It didn't accrue a foul there, but they get it back. Three-pointer from Brown, a little strong. Rebound on the backside by Kegler. Back to Gorman. Gorman drives, shot there is good by Abby Gorman. We got a whistle and another timeout by Chanute. 5:22 to go. Chanute exhausting a lot of their timeouts here to try to stop this Fort Scott pressure. So 23-5. Fort Scott on top here. And Chanute has already called 3 timeouts in this game. They've only got 2 remaining for the rest of the contest. They do get it down the court this time. Oh, that was a travel. They missed it, but his shot is good by Kinley Chard. Pass down low. Nice job to get it around, and the shot is no good by Comstock. Got the rebound and the putback, though. So Kylie gets 2 more. And now we got a whistle as the ball was lost out of bounds again by Chanute. Kelsey Haviland is back in the game for the Comets as well. Brown thought about a 3. Now they get it to Raven in the corner. Back out to Allie. Nearly stolen, but Allie able to make a nice move. Got it back to Raven on the right side. Now back around. It'll come to Gorman. They get it over to Kylie. Kylie drives in. 10-footer. Little too short. But a putback on the backside is good, and we got a whistle, and this may be an and one. It is. So Yarick will go to the free throw line for an and one here. The foul is going to go on Peyton Shields, her first. And the free throw is made by Keegan. So Kylie will come out as Rogers comes back in for the Lady Tigers. And we got a whistle as the ball's knocked out of bounds. So So Aubrey Yarick will check in. Three-pointer there for Chanute. Doesn't go. Rebound taken away by the Comets. They'll get it back to the top of the key. Haviland makes the shot there for Chanute. Now back out top. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound taken by Chanute, and now we got a whistle and another tie ball. .306 to play here in the first half. It is 28-9. Fort Scott on top. Ball deflected, and now we're going to get a foul on Tigers. So Aubrey Yarick picks up her first foul. Some very good defense for the Lady Tigers. A lot of pressure on Chanute. As we mentioned, they've already taken 3 timeouts, 3 of their allotted 5 here in the first half. And for the most part, it's been pretty clean pressure for Fort Scott. Not a lot of fouling at this point. Drive to the bucket, and we got a whistle, and what are they going to call? They're going to call a block on Fort Scott. So just as I mentioned how clean it's been so far, the Lady Tigers get 2 fouls called on them. This one's going to be on J.C. Rogers, her second now. And it'll be an inbound play here for the Lady Comets. Again, no more 1-and-1 in high school basketball in the state of Kansas. It's actually an NFHS rule, a national high school rule. Shot inside, that one's good. But the states, the way I understand it, the states had the opportunity to say, yeah, we're going to do that, or no, we're not. And Kansas is one of the many that has said, yeah, we are going to do that. So no more 1-and-1. Every foul after, on the 5th foul, it's a double bonus automatically for teams. We got a foul here. This is going to be the double bonus. Well, nope, it's going to be on Fort Scott. That'll be the second foul on Yarick. And it looks like Coach Steps is going to call timeout here. 2:03 to play in the second quarter. 28-11. Fort Scott leads this one here. And it'll be full timeout, it looks like, for the Lady Tigers. So 2:03 left to go here in the second quarter. Fort Scott leads at 28-11. Again, thanks for joining us here on Duckbait TV. We've got some great sponsors that have helped us out all year so far. H2 Painting, LLC, the right way the first time. Look them up on Facebook at facebook.com/H2PaintingSEK or call them at 620-605-2769. Some subs for the Lady Tigers as Comstock is back on the floor for Fort Scott. We got the ball loose in the corner. We're going to have another tie ball. Haven't kept track of those tonight, but there have been several. So this will go back to Fort Scott here. Abby Gorman is out there with Keegan Yarick. Kylie Comstock, Aubrey Yarrick, and Raven Kegler, the 5 in white right now on the floor for the Lady Tigers. Pass goes to Raven. Three-pointer from the wing is just a little bit too strong. Rebound on the backside by Kylie. And they're going to say she was out of bounds, I think. They give the ball back to Chanute. Comets bring it into the front court. They pass it down low. Now they kick it back out. A long 2 on the way. That one does not go from Haviland. And Fort Scott grabbed the rebound. Aubrey Yarrick did so. And a foul is going to be assessed to Chanute. That will be the 15th foul. So as I was mentioning earlier, this will be an automatic double bonus now for Fort Scott for the remainder of the quarter. But again, the fouls reset at the end of each quarter. Kinley Chard picking up her first foul of the game. And it puts Aubrey Yarrick at the free throw line for 2, and she gets the first one. Abby Gorman is going to check out as Claire McElroy will come back in for the Lady Tigers. 29-11. Second free throw no good, but the putback is also no good. But free throws coming for Kylie Comstock. Ashley Haviland will pick up her second foul for Chanute. And now 2 free throws for Kylie Comstock. She misses the first. And looks like quick substitution for Chanute. Second free throw is good. So Kylie missed the first but makes the second. It's now 30-11. Got a whistle and a foul, and it looks like it's going to be a good shot and an and one here for Chanute. Foul's going to go on Raven Kegler, her second. Team's 4th of the quarter. And now Raven will check out. And Allie Brown will come in. Abby Gorman will also come in for the Tigers, and Aubrey Yarrick will check out. So the and one works there for Chanute. Back to a 30-14 ball game. 35 seconds to go in the first half. Abby Gorman with a nice little drive to the bucket and shot good there for Fort Scott, 32-14. Shields brings it down the court, tried to throw it to a teammate, and looked like Kinley Chard zigged when Shields thought she was going to zag, and the ball goes out of bounds. So back over to Fort Scott with 19 seconds. I would imagine Fort Scott will save for the final shot here of the quarter. But we'll see how quickly they go. Allie Brown brings it across the timeline. They'll go to Gorman in the corner. Now, down low. Great job as they got it to Kylie Comstock. She misses the shot, but she'll go to the line for 2. Foul's going to be on Shakira Walls, her first. And first free throw is good for Kylie Comstock. Rayleigh Cowan is checking in for the Lady Tigers as Keegan Yarrick will come out. Rayleigh is a 5'6" sophomore for Fort Scott, and that is a good thing to see. I'll tell you why in a minute. Second free throw is no good. 7 seconds to go as Chanute grabbed the rebound, and then no, they didn't call a foul on Fort. Nope. Oh, they are going to say. Fort Scott basketball. And a steal by Chanute. They'll bring it down the court. Shot there at the buzzer does not go. And that'll take us to halftime with your score. Fort Scott 33. Fort Scott 33 and Chanute 14. So again, we've reached halftime here of the girls' game. Again, the Fort Scott Lady Tigers leading the Chanute Lady Comets 33-14 here. We'll take a short break and come back with your halftime stats. Again, you're watching Fort Scott Lady Tiger basketball on Duckbait TV. All right, so welcome back to Duckbait TV. Thanks again for joining us here this evening as the Fort Scott Lady Tigers lead the Chanute Lady Comets here at the half. Your score is Fort Scott 33 and Chanute 14. So your leading scorer right now for Fort Scott, it's Abby Gorman, who has 9 points. Nobody has double figures in points so far this evening, but Abby's got 9. Kylie Comstock has 7 points. Raven Kegler with 6. Keegan Yarick with 6. Allie Brown with 2. J.C. Rogers with 2. And Aubrey Yarick with 1 for the Lady Tigers. See if we can get rebounds here. Kylie Comstock leading in rebounds again. She's the team leader in rebounds for the season, and she has got 4 here at the break. Abby Gorman, Raven Kegler, and Keegan Yarick all have 2, and then Aubrey Yarick has 1. The team has 4, so 15 total team rebounds, the team by themselves, and that happens when a ball gets knocked out of bounds off of a shot or something like that. It goes down as a team rebound as opposed to a rebound for an individual, but anyway, so far we've got Kylie leading with 4 rebounds, but again, Gorman has 9 points to lead the Lady Tigers here tonight, and looking pretty good in the first half. Chanute, they have not scored nearly as many points, obviously, as Fort Scott. So let's look at their sheet. As Lady Comets' leading scorer is Kelsey Haviland with 5 so far. Peyton Shields has 3. Shakira Walls has 2. Kinley Chard has 2. And Jalen Smith has 2. And again, Jalen Smith started the game, made the first basket of the game, and then fell awkwardly and has not been back in the game since for the Lady Comets. Hope she's okay. That's tough, but these ladies will get a pretty good break here from now until the beginning of the year. As I know Fort Scott will not play a game again until the first of the year. I'm not sure if Chanute will play early next week or not, but a lot of teams, if they don't play Monday or Tuesday next week, they're done after tonight until after Christmas. So I'm sure that's probably the case for a lot of teams in the area. I know that's the case for a lot of teams in the area. I haven't looked and know for sure that that's the case with Chanute, but definitely the case with Fort Scott. So hopefully anybody that's got kind of nicked up in these first few games will have a chance to get some healing done over the next few weeks as they hang out with their families and everything for the Christmas holidays. So, but anyway, Fort Scott with the lead here, 33-14 at the break. Again, thanks for joining us here on Duckbait TV. Again, we've got some great sponsors that have helped us out all year. With the help of our sponsors, we were able to cover all 9 football games for the Fort Scott Tigers. We were also able to broadcast 6 volleyball games for the Lady Tigers and this last fall, including their sub-state matchup against Eudora. So looking forward to the remainder of the basketball season this winter and anything else we can get done. So looking forward to that. But again, we've got some great sponsors that have helped us out along the way. We could not do these broadcasts without our sponsorship help, and we'd like to take a second to thank all of them. Of course, Highway 3 has modern personalized fleece name blankets along with fun and unique personalized gifts. You can also find Highway 3 products at several retail stores in the area. For more information, follow their Facebook page at facebook.com/shophighway3 or check out their website, shophighway3.com. And if you don't have a Highway 3 blanket in your house, you need one. And once you get one, you're going to get several. We've got several in our house. Each of our kids has one, and we've got several others as well. They're amazing blankets. They're super warm, and when you're talking about the cold weather that we've had the last few weeks, I know today wasn't super cold, but they're just great to have. So, like I said, when you get your first one, you're going to end up getting your second, third, and fourth one really quickly after that. Joey Fritter is a loan officer with Open Mortgage. Open Mortgage is a multi-channel mortgage lender, believing that better is possible, constantly striving to bring a better mortgage experience to everyone. Joey can assist you in buying a home from start to finish. Her office is located at 1 East Wall Street in Fort Scott. Call today to get pre-qualified for a home loan at 620-644-8146. State Farm agent Cale Nelson is your local agent for home and auto. Contact Cale for a quote or visit Cale's website at calenelson.com. You can also give Cale a call at 620-223-2828. 1842, or Chad Cousins is your local 1842 Wealth Management financial advisor. Contact Chad for more information by email at chad@1842wealth.com or call 620-215-9240. And Liberty Savings has been in Fort Scott since 1919, helping community members with their banking needs for over 100 years. Visit them at 24 South Judson or call 620-223-0300. Looks like we're just about ready to get the second half underway here tonight. It'll be Fort Scott basketball to start the third quarter. And thanks again for joining us here on Duckbait TV. Chanute has the ball first. We'll get it inside. Turnaround shot deflected and stolen away by the Lady Tigers. Three at the other end by Brown is in and out, no good. And now, looked like a kick ball, a couple of them there. They get it over to Yarrick for three. That one doesn't go. Shot there by Fort Scott doesn't go. But a steal by Gorman. She'll go right back to the lane. Shot is no good, but a foul, and Abby Gorman will go to the free throw line. Foul is going to go on Peyton Shields, her second. First free throw there for Gorman was good. Second one, no good. And now Chanute will try to break the press with a long baseball pass. They'll get it down the court, and the shot is good there by Ashley Haviland. Another missed shot for Fort Scott. They'll come back. Chanute will get the rebound and come back the other way. Looks like a foul going to be called on the Lady Tigers. It's going to go to Keegan, her third now. Inbounds play here goes right in, and another foul on Fort Scott, and that's the fourth one on Keegan tonight. So Keegan will now have to come out and probably sit for a while with that fourth foul. Fulmer missed the first one, misses the second one as well, and Kylie Comstock gets the rebound. Now we got a whistle, and they're going to call a foul on Chanute, I think. Shot here is no good. That was Claire McElroy with the shot. She came in for Yarrick. Now McElroy will pick up a foul, her first. Kelsey Haviland will be at the line here to shoot the free throws, and we're going to get a sub here for Fort Scott. Raven Kegler will check out as J.C. Rogers comes back in for the Lady Tigers. First free throw is good. Second one is no good for Haviland. And then chased down in the corner. They're going to give it back to Fort Scott to say it's out of bounds. (34-17). Fort Scott leads by 17. Get it out to Gorman. Pass goes inside. It's deflected away. But Abby able to chase it back down. And now it's stolen by Anna Kate Noonan. She'll get it ahead to Chard. She'll lay it up, and it's good. Chanute trying to get some pressure here on defense against Fort Scott. Pass goes inside. Shot doesn't go. Putback is no good. And they'll say it was out of bounds. Last touch by Fort Scott. And another sub here for the Lady Tigers is McElroy will come out. Aubrey Yarick will go back in. Three-pointer on the way. That one is no good. Rebound taken there by Chanute. And they'll get it to Shields. Now back over to Uner for three, and she made it. And now Coach Stepp's going to call timeout. For Fort Scott, as Chanute has cut this lead, it was 17 just a few moments ago. It's cut all the way back to 12. Now at 34-22. Lady Tigers will take the timeout with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to play in this third quarter. Fort Scott will have 3 timeouts remaining. So coming out of the timeout, the Lady Tigers will have Abby Gorman, Allie Brown, Claire McElroy, Aubrey Yarick, and J.C. Rogers all on the floor in white right now. Pass, they try to get it back to Allie Brown, and it's going to be turned over. .4:17 to play in the third quarter. Chanute making a little bit of a run here on Fort Scott, trailing it by just 12 now. Shields with the ball. She'll get it left side to Noonan. Back to Shields at the top. Fort Scott back to his zone defense here. Trying to bring those the top two of the 2-3 out. Here's a shot. Doesn't go. Put back no good, but a foul on Fort Scott. I think it's going to be on Aubrey Yarick. Kaya Brown will be at the free throw line. 2, and she misses the first. That's really been a big part of this tonight. Chanute is shooting just 42% from the free throw line tonight. 42% from the free throw line. They just missed 2 more. And a lot of coaches will tell you that's probably where the difference in the game is right now. 34-22. Fort Scott gets the ball after the free throw was missed and then went out of bounds. Gorman with it, finds Brown. Brown open, but passes it off. Gorman open for 3 from the left side, doesn't go. Rebound inside by Chanute. Comets quickly move into the front court and then throw it away. So still 34-22. 3:26 to play here in the third quarter. Allie Brown will bring it up the floor for Fort Scott. Trying to get it, and we got a whistle, and they're going to call a foul. Gorman was trying to get some room there. They're going to call it on the defense. Chanute's coach isn't very happy about that. As Abby Gorman tried to get some movement in there, they call it on Kaya Brown instead. Fort Scott has gotten away with that a couple of times tonight. Here's a three-pointer, too strong from Claire McElroy, rebounded by Fort Scott. Back out to Brown for 3. That one goes! Now we got a whistle at the other end as it looks like we got another foul on the Lady Tigers here. 2:51 to play. Foul's going to go on Allie. That's the first one on Brown tonight. It'll be 2 free throws, it looks like, for Chanute. Kinley Chard will be the one shooting those free throws. And she missed the first as well. Claire will come out as Raven Kegler checks back in for Fort Scott. And she makes the second one. So Chard missed the first, but makes the second. 37-23 now. Fort Scott still on top. No bad pass. Stolen away by Chanute. They'll get it out to Shields. Shields, she drives in, and are we going to get a foul? It looks like a foul on Fort Scott. Wow, they gave that to Allie. I really thought they probably should have given that to Abby Gorman. But they give it to Allie. That's her second. And it's the 15th foul of the quarter, so free throws coming here. And more missing from Chanute. Peyton Shields misses the first. And again, prior to that free throw, Chanute as a team shooting now just 36% from the free throw line. You look for that. They call a lane violation on Fort Scott. So she's going to end up making both of them. I think they called a lane violation on Fort Scott. Now we got a steal here by Chanute. They'll head the other direction again. Oh, and they call a charge. They finally called a charge. Chanute not very happy. It's the 15th foul, so it's an offensive foul, of course. It's also the 3rd foul on Kinley Chard. And another steal, and this time it's going to be another foul on Allie Brown. She's trying to get the ball back, and she tripped. Actually, the contact, I would say the contact was precipitated by Chanute there. But they're going to call it on Allie anyway, and now free throws coming for Kinley Chard. So 2 free throws coming for Chard. She just made 2, but misses this one. Keegan Yarrick will check back in, and again, Keegan's got 4. So she will have to be careful. Raven will come out. 2:12 to go in the third quarter. Second one, that one is no good. Rebound, Fort Scott. We got a whistle as the ball was thrown back in the backcourt, and again, it's been a sloppy third quarter here for the Lady Tigers as they give another turnover up. Three-pointer, that one doesn't go. Fort Scott with the rebound. But then they turned it over. Some boos from the Fort Scott crowd. Chanute is really struggling dribbling the ball up the court, and I don't mean to laugh, but it's pretty pedestrian, and put one up there, and they missed another travel, but three-pointer by Shields is no good. Rebound comes to Gorman. So try to run a little bit of clock here with 1:20 to play. They get it to Keegan Yarrick. Now a three-pointer from Keegan is good, and hopefully that'll start getting some things going for the Fort Scott Lady Tigers here. And they're going to call another foul on Fort Scott. Foul's going to be on Abby Gorman, so that's just her first. But it will result in free throws here for Chanute, and they get a make there. Second free throw on the way, and it is also good. So 2 made there for Chanute. And just like that, it is a 40-27 ball game. And now we got a whistle and some Bronx cheers coming from Fort Scott faithful as they get a foul on Chanute. That'll put Abby Gorman at the line. And that was a foul on a three-pointer. Aubrey checks in for her sister, Kylie. So 2 makes out of the 3 there, 42-26. And another Fort Scott steal. Here they come, 40 seconds to play. Drive in, shot by Comstock is no good. 16 seconds to go in the quarter now. Three-pointer on the way. That one goes for Peyton Shields. And now another steal for Chanute. They won't get it across the timeline before the quarter ends. They don't. So the shot there for Shields goes, and that'll make it 42-29 as the third quarter comes to a close. So 42-29, Fort Scott with the lead here. We'll start the fourth quarter in just a few moments. So Raven Kegler will check in to start this quarter for Fort Scott as the Lady Tigers get the basketball to start the fourth. We'll get it over to Gorman. Abby's got it out front. Now inside to Kylie, and we got a whistle and a foul on Chanute. Three-pointer from Keegan, or from Fort Scott, is no good. Rebound goes to Chanute. Three-pointer on the way. That one doesn't go. That was from Haviland. Now Fort Scott back with the basketball. Get it inside to Kylie, and we got a whistle and a foul on Chanute. And a whistle. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Fort Scott. Like maybe on the screen. Kylie Comstock picks up her first. And now another foul on Fort Scott at the other end. And that's Kylie's second foul. And now free throws coming for Kelsey Haviland. She makes the first. Again, Chanute trying to come back from, they're back up to 41% from the free throw line in this game. They made two more here. And it is 42-31. And another Chanute steal. Fort Scott has just not been able to keep a hold of the basketball here in this one. Drive in by Shields. Tries an up and under move. Whole lot of contact and nothing called. You could have called about 5 things there. Foul on either team, a travel, a jump ball. Could have called a double dribble. And now we got a whistle, and I think Chanute's going to call a timeout to try to stop the madness. 42-31, 6:03 to play in the fourth quarter. And Chanute's going to call timeout to try to calm things down a little bit here. So 42-31. Get that scoreboard. So 42-31, 6:03 to play here in the fourth quarter. Edward Jones has been advising customers in the world of finance for over 100 years. Financial advisor Jamie Armstrong continues that tradition here in Fort Scott. Contact Jamie by phone at 620-223-1866 or email Jamie at jamie.armstrong@edwardjones.com. So out of the timeout, Chanute has the basketball. They'll get it in and go over to Peyton Shields. Now the ball lost, and they'll give it to Fort Scott. Chanute. Lady Tiger fans, right where that ball went out, really thought that Chanute touched it last. But that's not what was called there. And now we got a whistle, and they're going to call a foul on Fort Scott, I believe. Nope, foul's going to go on Chanute. 5:36. Foul's going to go on Uner. Her second. Brown for 3. In and out, no good. Man, Fort Scott just has not been able to buy a basket tonight. Nice turnaround shot by Kylie Comstock, though. And now a steal by Comstock. Ahead, it goes to Gorman. Nice shot. Abby Gorman on the back door. With the shot. Haviland with the bucket at the other end for the Blue Comets. That'll make it 46-33. 4:45 to go. Gorman for 3. So Abby Gorman, who came into tonight, third on the team in points per game and rebounds per game, as well as free throw percentage. Also second on the team in field goal percentage. She makes a big 3 there. There's a shot that goes out of bounds by Chanute. Fort's got to get it into Comstock, and she hits the turnaround shot. Allie Brown with the assist there. Fort Scott increasing that lead again, 51. And now another Tigers steal. Ahead to Gorman. Nice no-look pass. Abby grabbed it and put it in. And now we got a whistle, and this looks like a foul on Fort Scott. 53-33, and they're going to call a foul on Kylie Comstock. Her third. More free throws coming here for Chanute, as it'll be Peyton Shields to do the honors. Missed the second. Made the first, missed the second. And it's 53-34. Shot there by Brown. That one's good. Some shots are starting to fall now for the Lady Tigers. Ball knocked away. Loose on the floor. And timeout going to be called by Chanute. Is that his final timeout? I think that's his last timeout. So 55-34, 3:05 to play in the fourth quarter. Fort Scott Lady Tigers with the lead here. Wow, Abby Gorman, 19 points so far tonight. Her season high prior to tonight was 9 against Paola. So a big game for Abby Gorman here tonight. Kylie Comstock with 11 points and 7 rebounds. In the double figures as well for the Lady Tigers. Again, Fort Scott has really struggled to this point to get some shots to fall, but the last couple of minutes, they've been hitting just about everything they put up there, which has helped them get this lead back out to where it is now, 55-34. Ball goes to Walls on the right side wing. Now back around it comes to Shields. Three-pointer on the way, and she makes it. Shields hits a three-pointer. And now we got a whistle, and it looks like a foul on Chanute. Foul is the third one on Peyton Shields. Cross-court pass, now back to Abby Gorman. Around, inside to Kylie. Shot a little too short, got the putback though. Missed it, but she will get 2 free throws. Foul's going to go on Shakira Walls, her third. 15th foul of the quarter. And now Kylie is at the line for 2. Missed the first. Clarny Fulmer will check in. Kinley Chard will come out, also back in the game. Sarah Olner. Second free throw is good there. Ball was knocked out of bounds, but knocked out of bounds by Fort Scott. Drive to the bucket, pass deflected. Who are they going to say that was off of? They'll say it's off of Fort Scott. 1:57 to play here in the fourth quarter. Again, don't forget, we got the boys game coming up next here on Duck Bay TV, so stay tuned for that. Lady Tigers trying to get this one in the win column themselves. Fulner hits the shot. Now Fort Scott trying to break the press. They get it to Keegan. She'll kick it ahead to Gorman. Now back to Yarrick, and they will foul Yarrick there. It's going to be on Uner. her third. And Keegan will be at the line for two. First one is good. Second free throw is also good for Keegan. Fort Scott back with the ball in front court. Now they kick it around. Get it back over to Gorman on the left side. And that'll be a foul. That'll be the fourth one on Uner. Abby Gorman makes the first free throw. And makes the second. 60-39, Fort Scott with the lead. And now Riley Cowan will check in for Fort Scott. She appeared to injure her ankle in the JV game just a few minutes before the varsity game got underway, but she's in there. She's played a little bit in the first half, a little bit now in the second half. That's good to see. That did not look like a good injury for Rayleigh Cowan. 30 seconds to play. Kegler gets it. She'll get it across to Yarrick. Aubrey Yarrick now back out. Cowan for two. It's good. Long two for Riley Cowan. I'll make it 62-39. And now Fort Scott with another steal. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that will close this one out. So the Fort Scott Lady Tigers get the victory here tonight, going away 62-39 is your final score. Take a short break and come back with your final stats from the girls' game. Get you set up for the boys' game coming up in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Duckbait TV. Well, welcome back as we close up the girls' game here this evening. Fort Scott Lady Tigers with a big win over Chanute. 62-39 is your final score. Let's look over the stats for the Lady Tigers here just real quick. As they were led tonight by Abby Gorman with a season-high 21 points. I'm not quite sure, but it could be a career high for Abby, but definitely a season-high 21 points for Abby Gorman tonight. Also came away with 3 rebounds on the evening. Kylie Comstock also with 12 points tonight. Keegan Yarrick had 11. She got a bit of a slow start, but does get to double figures. Allie Brown with 7. Raven Kegler had 6, couple of three-pointers for Raven tonight. And then Rayleigh Cowan with 2, and J.C. Rogers with 2, and Aubrey Yarrick with 1. It all adds up to 62, if my math is correct. And the Fort Scott Lady Tigers with the big win here tonight over the Chanute Lady Comets. For Chanute, had a couple in double figures as Peyton Shields got 11 and Kelsey Haviland had 10. They also had Kinley Chard with 7. Sarah Uner had 3. Kieran Fulmer had 2. Shakira Walls had 2. Ashley Haviland had 2. And Jalen Smith had 2. So not as many there for them, but they did have a couple in double figures. But again, really this game boils down to the end of the game as Fort Scott was able to finally get some buckets in the fourth quarter to fall. They had really not a very good shooting percentage tonight, as their team field goal percentage, it ended at 43%, but it was not that good early in this game. They really had some trouble getting the ball to fall there for the first 3 quarters. But anyway, got that going. And then ended up tonight, they ended up at 41% from three-point range. So ended up having a pretty good night from the beyond the arc, but tough night there early. But they did get some buckets to fall there towards the end, of course, and stretch this one out. Again, the final score, the Lady Tigers with the win, 62-39. We'll take a break, and we will come back and get you set up for the boys' game in just a few moments. We'll take that break about 5 minutes or so and give us a chance to get things reset. So give us about 10 minutes, and then refresh your computers, your TVs, whatever you're watching Duck Bay TV on tonight. Refresh that in just about, I say give us 10 minutes, probably closer to 5. But anyway, give us a few minutes to get things reset, and then refresh whatever you're watching us on, and that should bring up the boys' game for you. So anyway, thanks again for joining us here on Duck Bait TV for the girls' game. Again, the Lady Tigers with the win, 62-39, your final score. We'll take a break and come back. This is Fort Scott Tiger basketball on Duck Bait TV.